What's going on, everybody? It's your boy RealiTEA with another, guess we can say episode or edition of Spilling All the Tea. Again, from the title, you guys can tell this is from Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 7. I believe it is episode. Yep, it is episode 10. It's called Puerto Rico. All right, now a few things I want to put out before I really get into this. Just recently I took over, I guess we could say as a chief of a certain section that I'm in. Please hold all your damn applauses. If y'all only knew how stressed out a motherfucker is, y'all wouldn't be applauding on my motherfucking end either. So with that being said, in terms of these recaps and whatnot, it's still going to happen, but they're going to be just a tad bit more delayed. Because I'm in South Korea, so I can't watch the series until I want to say hours after they have already, come out. And depending on what shift I'm working will depend on how fast I can watch it and recap it. But now that I'm acting over this particular section, my days are long. Just to give you a heads up right now, currently it is 9:27 at night. My day started at 4, was at work at 6, didn't get off until 4:45. Not to mention all the other stuff that afternoon or this evening that I had to do, and I'm just not getting to this. So this kind of gives you an idea how crazy my schedule is going to be. But what happened is, with this being such a rough day, I had already, partaken in the last of the tea that I had. So I don't have tea today, so I'm kind of sipping on this wine. Y'all won't notice that Morgan David. I would have got some Manischewitz, but damn it, I ain't feel like going all the way beyond to get it. But it's that I said Manischewitz. Y'all can tell I've been sipping. This is that Morgan David, so I'm going to go ahead and take a sip. Yeah. Love that right there. Y'all know I got a vape with y'all right there. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So before I start, Puerto Rico. And I got to use my phone to kind of, go back to the last one. But the last one was Shades of Shade. Damn it. This should have been Shades of Shade Part 2 / Puerto motherfucking Rico. Because, they the motherfucking tried. I mean, when I say I enjoyed every bit of this shit was like motherfucking gravy. Had a biscuit, sopped this shit up. I was like, that shit was delicious. So I'm going to try to speed past the filler shit and get straight to that juicy. So you start off with Claudia. Kenya's with her. She's pretty much going to get her feet looked at. Long story short, her feet are jacked the fuck up. I'm a motherfucking dude. I ain't got the prettiest feet. I ain't got motherfucking feet like her. She blame her shit on motherfucking, sports and shit. I don't care. Keep some motherfucking shoes on, wear some flats, do something, but don't show them motherfucking feet in public. But she mentioned that, Demetria McKinney had invited all in Puerto Rico. Now, we done seen a whole lot of her, and a lot of people think that she was, I guess, originally supposed to be given the peach. But they gave it to Claudia. And I'm going to kind of explain to y'all why it might have went to Claudia a little later on. But she brings that up, Claudia asked if any girls get their hair wet. Because, I guess she's more of a tomboy, and of course the rest of them are divas. And, of course, Kenya had to throw some damn shade. Just like, well, Nene doesn't get her hair wet. I don't even think she's taking a shower. Yeah, that was all types of motherfucking shit. I was just like, damn. And it's one of them things where I just gotta say, why certain motherfuckers always gotta come up in y'all conversation? I mean, I know you really ain't got a motherfucking storyline right now. Your ass piggybacking off Claudia, but come on now. I understand your main storyline about to go to jail, but you need to find something else right quick. And, yeah, when Claudia finally showed her feet, I'm not going to go into it. Y'all just got to watch it. But trust me when I say, like clockwork, Kenya threw shade on that ass and the motherfucking feet. Like, whoo, that shit was funny. All right. So moving on to Kandi. Kandi meets up with Demetria. Again, you going to see her a lot in this episode. And she wanted to pretty much apologize for, I guess, pretty much the sex party and how everything went down. And, she pretty much said how, gotcha, 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 Gucci, but her name is actually Goshe, but I really don't give a fuck what your name is because you trifling and your name is fucking ghetto. I know I want to talk about motherfucking name is y'all real, but I digress. But pretty much just said how she, was kind of sorry how all that shit went down. Demetria, of course, hey, I ain't mad at you, kind of, slid it on in there that we should probably work together. Kandi, like, I done tried that one time. I made a vow I'm never going to work with anybody in this circle. Pretty much it. I mean, there was other shit. Again, if y'all want to hear all the filler shit, watch the damn episode. But I'm pretty sure y'all watching me to get my damn recap of when I say I'm about to go in. Because, like I said, between reading and shade and tried it, all that shit, damn it was all in this motherfucking episode. So Cynthia, we see her. Ken meets up. Kenya wants an assistant, and she pretty much granted now. I'm gonna just say this. I'm a Jew, so I'm just say that she want a motherfucker like Jesus. Want this motherfucker to walk on water, turn water into wine. Want to know when she motherfucking thirsty. She want it all, and I'm not trying to be sacrilegious at all. But I'm just saying like she want too damn much. Cynthia even said, "Shit, if y'all find him, let me know so I can fuck her eyes out." She want too damn much, but whatever. So, So Cynthia asked what the age range is of possible assistants. And she was like, well, I want a body, in the age range, I'm paraphrasing now, in the age range of 60, I don't want them like needy. Second time, shade again. You go in there, steady mentioning her again. Where's your storyline, boo-boo? You really ain't got one. But I'm just like, alright, whatever now. If I can go off on a tangent, because y'all know I love me some damn tangents, you need a motherfucking assistant. What the fuck is Brandon doing? Because apparently you got this motherfucker on payroll, so what the fuck is he doing? Rather than standing there looking yellow, like a motherfucking light bright shit. I about to say, if you need his ass for a motherfucking night light, all you gotta do is just turn the shit on, clap on, that's what the fuck you got him for. But I mean, if he ain't your damn assistant, then he can get motherfucking flocking. But I'm just saying, what the fuck you paying him for? Just saying. So, and, she even mentions how she was kind of upset at how, Nene came off at the party and blah, 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 crying, boo-hoo-hoo. Y'all some grown-ass women, grow the fuck up. Moving on. So now you got Nene and Phaedra, and they gonna meet up with Demetria at the studio. Now, Nene a little mad at Demetria because she felt like you should have kind of dug a little deeper and got some more information. I wonder why. Maybe because you a motherfucking producer, you need some more shit on your motherfucking TV shows, you can get some more motherfucking money, because some of the motherfucking shows your ass on been canceled, but I ain't gonna go there because somebody else done read your ass on that shit already. I'm just saying. Now, before I get to this next part, I want y'all to see I have a whole motherfucking page because I had to try my best to get this shit line by line. When I said Phaedra, then tried it. Now y'all know I try my best not to use this word. Last time I had to give a disclaimer about the gratuitous use of this word, but this bitch then tried it. So, Demetria acknowledges that when all the shit went down, she acknowledges that they were on a break, and he kind of Roger. I'm sorry, I call Robert. Roger kind of explained he was with Goatface when they was on a motherfucking break. So she was like, all right, cool. So Phaedra just like, what's up with all these breaks, child? Y'all know how this motherfucker talk. And Phaedra, literally when I say she went the fuck in, she went the fuck in. I don't know where the fuck this shit came from, but she was like, so are you an actress? Now, I'm finna just do the back and forth. I'm not finna do all this because, again, my ass already far gone this late fucking night. I ain't trying to sit here and be a motherfucker, character and not expect to fire. Y'all finna get it. I ain't finna go too deep into it, but yeah, I'm gonna sit up. So, yeah, yes, I just tasted my motherfucking self. Say something. So, she was like, are you a singer or an actress? And she, the music was like, I always wanted to sing, pretty much kind of alluding to the fact that was her first love. So Phaedra was just like, why didn't you do this when you was a tulip? Demetria kind of like, because when she fucking said this shit, I'm not gonna lie, I had to play that shit back a couple times here. What the fuck did you just say? She said a tulip. I was like, alright. Kind of hinting, why didn't you do when you was a young flower? Yes, y'all, that was all types of motherfucking shade. Trust me, if I had a shadar, like right here, that shit, was creeping, the shit was rising. So, you know, Phaedra is just like, do you want to be a pop star? And Demetria, you know, pretty much just said, like, I just want to be me. And Phaedra again went in, just like, so what genre is me? You know, because she's trying to sit here and say you need to do gospel, folk, whatever, you know. And I'm just like, what the fuck is up with all of this motherfucking shade? I got a tangent for that ass, but I'm gonna keep on with what the fuck's going on. So Demetria is just like, you know, music is what she always wanted to do, and you know, she alluded to a song that she said, "Trade It All," as a song that she wrote about her and RHOA. And Phaedra's like, so you gonna trade your music again for RHOA? But again, when I say this bitch was going all the way the motherfucker again on her, and it's one of those where it's just like, Demetria's being, you know, straight up cool, calm, and collected again. You done word around motherfucking Tyler Perry's, yeah, I said Reeves, for all this motherfucking time. I mean, you gonna have a spirit about you. You gonna be calm, cool, collected, cool as a motherfucking cucumber about this shit. But, I mean, of course, now everybody got a motherfucking break point. That was Carrie Hilson right now. So it was just like, okay. And, you know, she was just like, kind of talking about the whole relationship, them being together, you know, how long it's been. And, you know, Phaedra's asking, you know, about, you know, well, why ain't he married you if it's been 8 years again? Going in. And, you know, Demetria's just like, you know, I'm itching for something new. And she brings up her character, Janine, from House of Pain. And, you know, of course, Phaedra didn't know what the fuck it was. You know, again, I don't know what the fuck this bitch been crawled up on. I'm just saying, again, give my motherfuckers ass, I know what the fuck it is. I'm just saying. And she has the audacity to ask, because she, you know, she mentioned Janine and how Janine was a crackhead. You know, the whole itching feeling. And she was like, so have you ever done crack? Bitch, really? Like, it was like, I couldn't fucking understand. So this is where I'm finna go on my tangent. And I'm gonna come all the way back here. But here's my whole thing. I've learned, and this one of them little nuggets of wisdom that I got, but I've learned when people tend to, you know, attack somebody or things of that nature is because they feel, or judge someone, they feel as if that they need to be judged themselves. So what they do is they push that judgment off of somebody else to take the attention off of them. Here's the thing, yes, you need some motherfucking judgment about your damn life. How fucking dare you sit here and talk about somebody else's motherfucking relationship when your relationship ain't that motherfucking squeaky? Again, how the fuck you don't know, excuse me, what the fuck your husband doing when he really ain't going nowhere doing nothing? You know what I'm saying? Again, I ain't trying to dog Paul, but I'm just saying, how the fuck you don't know? All I'm gonna say is either you a dumb bitch, you a stupid bitch, or you a simple bitch. But one of the three, your ass is. But how fucking dare you sit here and try to go in on somebody that ain't did shit to your motherfucking ass? Again, whatever motherfucking demons your ass dealing with, again, you need to fucking figure that shit out. But how fucking dare you to be a motherfucking Southern Belle to sit here and want to praise up Jesus all the motherfucking time, but you want to sit here and try to go in on somebody else? You need to check your motherfucking self. Alright? Real motherfucking talk, Phaedra. I hope your ass is watching this. You need to sit the fuck down some motherfucking way. Just saying. So now I get that out the way. So we now move on to Demetria, Kandi, and Portia. Make sure I got this right. Yes. So, you know, they are in the vehicle. You know, I guess they're getting ready to get on a plane to Puerto Rico, or they already got off. No, I think they already got off the plane to Puerto Rico. We don't give two shits. They on a motherfucking, you know, van type shit. And, you know, Kandi gives some advice to Demetria about music. And it was one of those where it's just like, when you get up there and perform, since it's a 30-minute time frame that she has, don't try to do music no one knows. Especially if you're not that big of an artist to do some shit like that, because you're going to lose a motherfucking audience. You know, just try to get some good wisdom, which, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. And Portia, again, this dumb, I thought the motherfucking Underground Railroad was a real motherfucking train ass bitch. Here she go talking about asking where is Roger Bob, and like, well, if he your boyfriend, he need to be here. And, you know, Demetria pretty much said, no, he's not going to be here. But he cutting them checks right there. Right quick, Demetria, you beautiful. I love you. You ain't got to prove shit. To none of them, because most of their asses ain't got good relations. The only person that has a decent fucking relationship on the damn show is Kandi, and Kandi ain't fucking judge your ass. So all these other motherfucking bitches, go ahead, pull Beyonce, tell their ass go to the left while your ass moving to the right, because that's the motherfucking right side to go. So Portia kind of mentions how she has this bag. It's a blue bag. It's not granted, you know, I don't really do person shit. Blue my favorite color. That was a nice motherfucking bag. I ain't gonna lie. But her boo thing, that's my word. Her boo thing, phrase. Boo thing about her $18,000 bag. I ain't even. Shit, trying to say a milli. Take my damn breath away. $18,000 bag. And Kandi was just like, she could show, you know, or teach some girls some things. And I'm sitting here like, what, knee pads and no motherfucking gag reflex? Yeah, I fucking said it. I mean, that's what the fuck your ass doing. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know what the fuck you wasn't doing with Cordell, but apparently you doing some right shit with this motherfucker because y'all ain't together, but he giving your ass $80,000 bag. So moving on. Kenya, Claudia, and Cynthia, they on the bus. Ain't really talking about shit. They get to Puerto Rico. Ain't really talking about shit. Moving on. So Demetria, you know, she's talking to Portia and Kandi, and pretty much kind of telling everything that was happening between her and Phaedra. Just kind of brought up the whole, you know, crackhead comment, and just really didn't know where that was going from. And Kandi was, you know, pretty much just saying, you know, she's like, don't let it bother you. But Demetria brings it up again with the other girls, Cynthia, Claudia, and Kenya when they got there. Now, we all know how Kenya feels about Miss Southern Belle. So she pretty much was just like, ooh, excuse me, I got hiccups, y'all know what that is. But she was pretty much like, if it bothers you, bring it up, bring it to her attention. If it bothers you that much. So now we get to Phaedra and Nene. Now, these two bras late. Doesn't surprise me about Nene, but these two bras late. Now, the girls had already semi-fought over rooms because this apparently is the biggest shit with reality TV. Between this and Married to Medicine and who gonna have the biggest room, who the fuck really cares? Because all I'm going to say is that I'm a simple motherfucker. I mean, I like good shit. But if somebody is flipping you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Backtrack. Hopefully I don't forget what I'm about to say. But they get to Puerto Rico. Nene and, you know, Demetria kind of takes them to their room. Nene goes to her room. First, actually, no. She goes meets up with Demetria while she getting all lammed up and shit. And she like, I need to look at this right here. She like, it's so cold in here with a motherfucking Botox face. Y'all know what the fuck a Botox face is. A Botox face with a motherfucker and lit your ass up in the motherfucking face. Everything that's swollen up and ain't shit moving. Like, straight up motherfucking shit like, it's cold in here. You see how ain't shit hood? That's how the fuck her ass was motherfucking looking. Shade in the motherfucker. And, you know, Nene, you know, somewhat kind of goes in on the... Well, she mentions the stylist. But it was Phaedra that went in on the stylist like, oh, you know, this you're on point with. And it's almost just like, again, what is going on with you? Like, what is so fucked up about the motherfucking life? I'm sorry, because Phaedra pissed me off this. What the fuck is so wrong about your life that you feel that you need to sit here and go in on everybody else again? How is that being a Christian that you whatever? How is that being a woman of God for you to sit here and try to go in on somebody? Like, how is that making you any better of a person? Here's the motherfucking thing. You got a motherfucking storyline. Your husband going to fuck the jail. You got a damn storyline. Leave it at that. But why the fuck you need to go in on somebody else? That's not making you out to be a good person. And again, and you know what? Not to be fucking vindictive. I hope your kids see this shit about a good, 15, 16 years down the line. Just so they can see how motherfucking nasty your ass was, so they know what kind of motherfucking mother they have. Yes, I fucking said it. Continuing on. Moving on to my next damn page. I might have to pull my ass another motherfucking, thing of wine for this shit, because I'm sitting here so sipping. But when I tell you this shit, it got me a little fired up. But this was some good shit, So Nene finally walks into her room and she's like, "Oh, it's nice and small." Look, all you gotta do was just say it was nice. And then she was like, "I can make do with small space." Now, this is the part I was gonna go in on. If somebody done flipped the bill, there's me. If you done flipped the motherfucking bill, I don't care if I just got enough motherfucking room to barely move around. If you didn't pay it, I ain't got shit to fucking say. I'ma just motherfucking be grateful, okay? I'ma count the blessing that I have. You know, speaking like Tamar, I'ma hold on to my coins. You know what I'm saying? Just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. If you this big motherfucking superstar that you claim to be, why the fuck did you go back downstairs, see what big rooms they have, and you come the fuck out of pocket? Maybe you not balling the way that you trying to sit here and pretend like your ass balling, but I'm just fucking saying. Moving up. So Nene goes in, you know, she talks to Portia, compliments the bag, but trust me when I say she threw shade in that damn confessional. All y'all gotta do is watch it. So, you know, Portia kind of touched on how Demetria felt some kind of way about the comments. And it's one of those things where it's just like, she kind of said to see you in confidence, and it wasn't like she was trying to sit here and, you know, clown your friend. Because there's one thing between saying, this is what happened, this is how I felt, but now I'm gonna go in on this motherfucker. So it's just like, damn, like, again, she invited your ass out. You flipped the coin, got the biggest motherfucking room, but you still going in on a motherfucker that invited you, and you ain't gotta pay for shit. Okay, Miss Railroad. So, Phaedra, again, goes in on Demetria, but she wasn't there. But it was about a dress that she wore at some kind of event, and she was like, you know, that was Rihanna meets Monsoon. Yeah, that was shade, y'all. I'm just saying, all types of shade. So then we get to the dinner. Baby, this is the part that I have been waiting for. Cause trust me when I say I got see half a page, 1.5 pages. I got 3 damn pages worth of this motherfucking dinner. Cause baby, this was that good shit. I mean, I need to go ahead and hit this baby one good time. Leg up. So they at the table. Nene and Phaedra sit down, and they offer 0 fucking compliments to Demetria. To the same motherfucker that invited y'all ass out, where y'all really ain't gotta pay for shit. Talk about, you know, I might have to say, I probably should have said before, gratuitous use of the word bitch. But you two are grateful bitches. I'm just saying, like, y'all sit down, act like she ain't did not a motherfucking thing, but I digress. So Kenya mentions the fact that, you know, Demetria has a performance in 2 days, and Phaedra is like, all right, honey, yes, please, under her breath. But it's one of those ways, just like, again, because you said before, with the stylist, if you ain't got nothing to say, you ain't gonna say it at all. But you saying this shit on your motherfucking breath. Keep that shit in your damn head. That shit ain't gotta pass through your motherfucking mouth. Now you just sitting here being nasty for no motherfucking reason. It's at this point that, you know, Demetria begins to address Phaedra. Now, here come Portia. Little simple, airheaded, I'm dumb as shit, but I got motherfucking breast implants ass talking about some, you starting off with negativity. Bitch, this is her motherfucking event. She didn't pay for this shit. If she want to come out with some motherfucking name, if she want to go the fuck in on somebody, she has every motherfucking right to when your ass pay for a motherfucking event. Because last time I checked, you ain't flipped shit. Nene to some motherfuckers out. Kandi to some motherfuckers out. Now Demetria, who ain't even on the motherfucking crew, to put somebody out. When your ass pay for shit, instead of having these motherfuckers over here pay for your shit, because Flatline really ain't doing shit. That's her motherfucking song where you can pay for some shit, then you got some motherfucking room to talk. But any motherfucking way. So Demetria brings up the whole, you know, crackhead comment. And, you know, Phaedra is like, well, many people, and I'm paraphrasing, many people who play certain roles have done it. But here's the thing, but you've never fucking watched it. So how can you really sit here and comment on it? Mind you, she did that role very well to have 0 acting experience. You know what I'm saying? Again, tip my yamka off to her, you know, it's kind of overhead, though. Got some jealous shit. And then, you know, she brings up her age. And, you know, she's like, well, you're too old to be a pop star. She was like, I'm younger than you. Whoop! Or bloop. Sit that ass down. But just read what I say. Phaedra might have ran her ass in the beginning of this motherfucking episode, but trust me when I say Demetria came for that ass. I wonder what the fuck she was drinking though, cause shit, I need me some of that. I'm just saying, I need some that's gonna motherfucking hit. That tea be hitting though, the tea I be making, that shit be hitting. So, Demetria brings up, you know, how she was somewhat going in her relationship. So, Phaedra's just like, well, don't bring it up if you don't want nobody to comment on it. So Demetria's kind of like, do you really want to do that? And this is where this shit get good, baby. All I'm going to say to y'all is this, before I get into what Demetria said, because I swear this shit was epic. Watch the reunion for last season. And when Phaedra went in on Kenya about the whole sperm donor and not knowing, you know, the potential background of the father and how ain't nobody said shit. Everybody was motherfucking quiet. And that was one of those where it was just like, ooh, this motherfucking tea hitting, because she went in on that ass. And I will admit, that was a sophisticated go in. That was a good motherfucking read. But this shit right here, she was like, the only thing we have in common is the number 8. Yours is going. Mine's been here. Baby, when I tell you, I know they do some motherfucking edit, but woo, when I say motherfucking crickets, this how the fuck that shit sound. I'm gonna give it to y'all in a countdown of 3, and then we're gonna have a 3-second pause. So 3, 2, 1. That's how the fuck that shit sound. I was sitting back like, oh shit, damn, went the fuck in on that ass, baby. So after this long pause, she was like, has yours pretty much really been here for 8 years? Because from what I heard, it's been off and on. And Demetria's like, well, apparently it's about to be the same situation with you. Damn, after that long motherfucking pause, that's what you had. And I mean, with the motherfucking quickness, like a motherfucking cat, that bitch leaped and was just like, this is finna be your motherfucking situation. I was like, damn. Oh, shit. Like, you done came for the wrong motherfucking one. Like, ooh, that was that motherfucking Atlanta. Like, she straight lit that ass up. Let me tell you. That girl from Athens ain't got shit on Demetria. Let me tell you. So, you know, Cynthia kind of jumps in. It was one of those things where it's just like, she's the one to say, regardless of how you feel, it's nothing wrong with just saying, for lack of better words, you just apologize for how you made somebody feel. And, you know, Nene's whole thing is just, well, why, does she have to apologize if she don't feel like she said or did anything wrong? And, of course, you know, Nene in her feelings, and, you know, she even made a comment about Cynthia having a fucking backbone. So it's one of those things where it's just like, you don't want Cynthia to have a motherfucking voice of her own. Because she made a good fucking point. If I could just talk about me, I'm going to try to keep this to a second. But a situation happened several months ago between me and an ex-friend. Like I said, I'm not going to get too much into it. Some shit popped off between me and one of her respective co-workers. And it was a communication problem. And it was one of those where I did not have to apologize, but I went to her office and I pretty much said if there was a communication problem or error, I humbly apologized, because ultimately that's what it boiled down to. I did nothing wrong, but her coworker did. Instead of her owning up to it, she just blamed the motherfucking coworker. Did I have to apologize? No, I didn't. But it's one of those things where it's nothing wrong with being the bigger person and just saying, you know what, I apologize for what I've done. Or even I apologize if you feel some kind of way based off what I was saying. Woo wop de woo. And, you know, Phaedra, you know, she pretty much kind of somewhat gave like a whole damn apology, but this when Claudia comes in. Now, I think this is why Claudia earned that damn peach, because again, I will say Demetria done went and she done clapped back on that ass, but Claudia was pretty much just asking like, why can't they resolve the issue, instead of pretty much just being all, you know, catty and shit. So Nene was just like, why don't you ask Ricky Smiler? Ooh, ooh, this shit getting good. But here's the thing, why you bring into this? Bring in this shit, nobody. And, you know, she was just saying how, it's just mature that, you know, Demetria's being a grown woman and bringing up this situation rather than being, you know, a little catty bitch. I wonder who the fuck she was talking about. So Nene was like, let me see. Oh, you have your own brain. And she starts to call Claudia a puppet and insinuating who, you know, we feel is pulling the strings. Kenya. So she, she pretty much, and when I mean she, Claudia pretty much calls her the puppet master. And, you know, Nene's like, well, the only thing I've been, you know, or the only thing I'm a puppet master of is these checks. And Claudia's like, oh, I'm sorry, these jobs, not these checks, these jobs. And she was like, oh, the ones that got canceled. Right there, I was just like, ooh, oh, shit. Going in. And I think this is why she got that damn piece. She was going in. And then, you know, Nene pretty much says that, you know, you wish you had what I had. And Claudia pretty much was like, for the past 17 years, I've been paying my own bills, but never once did I have to hit a stripper pole. Damn, she brought up the motherfucking pole. She done brought that shit up. I was just like, well. Now, granted, that's something Nene has never necessarily been, I guess we could say, shy to talk about. But she done brought up the pole. She done brought up the vertical pole, the one that you slide down. Now, I will say, Nene, all of season 1 up until now, never really found her to be attractive. I'm sorry, I'm not I don't want to see your ass on the motherfucking pole. But hey, if you gotta do something, take care of your kids, you know what I'm saying? Hey, do what the fuck you gotta do. But I ain't trying to see that shit. It's kind of nasty. So, you know, Nene is just like, let me see. You know, she really has nothing to say, so she's trying to move on to that next topic. And she's like, well, we're both in our 40s. And Claudia was just like, we're 20 years apart. I'm saying, like, oh, damn. I'm like, my goodness. When I say she was resilient, like, she was on it with them motherfucking punches. And I think this right here was it. Claudia was like, when you were my age, you had edges. That was a motherfucking shut down. That was like, you know what? You can have your ass, and not an abundance, but a motherfucking auditorium of seats, because that shit was in. I was like, damn. Not to mention all the other motherfucking, you know, jazz that was on the gig. Y'all gotta watch, see the motherfucking confessionals, because that shit was mad fucking crazy. And all that happened after that is, you know, Nene, like, it happened. You could see there was a pause. You know, she did one of these. Yeah. And the only thing she could pretty much go at is just that, you know, you need a brand new pussy. Everyone in Hollywood, they wrote the shit out. Because, like, you had nothing else to go after. Because she just attacked everything that you really had and everything that you put out there. So all you could do is call her a whore. Now, mind you, up to this point, Claudia ain't had a motherfucking thing going. No storyline, no nothing. But when I say she done read the shit out of motherfucking, like, I'm saying, like, I don't know who the fuck read who best. I don't know if motherfucking Phaedra read Demetria best, if Demetria read motherfucking, you know, Phaedra the best, or motherfucking if Claudia just went smooth the fuck in and went for this bitch jugular. I don't know, but here's the thing, y'all. If y'all watching this first, please go back and watch the video. I'm going to do my best to try, you know, like, put a link down below so y'all can go ahead and check it out. Because I want y'all to tell me who read who best, you know what I'm saying? But this pretty much ends my recap for Real Housewives of Atlanta. And, you know, as always, if you like this video, please thumbs it up. Like I said again, give me the big thumbs up. If y'all want to thumbs it down, hey, that's cool too. But also, please leave your comments down below. Anything, how you feeling about this, if I shape it up, if y'all need me to, if I need to take a motherfucking auditorium, even a stadium of seats, you know, let a motherfucker know. Also, like I said again, I want to do the whole Q&A portion where you guys ask me questions, I answer it, whether it just be from a male's perspective or even just my own perspective. You can do that at spillingallthetea@gmail.com. Please follow the Twitter for this account, and, you know, that's at T Spilling. And, you know, as always, like I said, I'm going to spill the tea. I want y'all to catch it. had to finish that off right quick. And again, L'chaim, and until next time, y'all, be easy.